Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. My name is Sam.
And I'm Chris.
And this is the third time we've tried doing this podcast, and I'm already over it. So this might be a really short episode. Just saying, just throwing it out there.
Sam's starting to hulk out. It's going a little green, a little bit of ginger green there.
Ginger green, and it's not from a Christmas tree. I can guarantee you that. We don't have a Christmas tree.
We won't have a Christmas tree. I don't do them. Never, ever.
Would our flatmate sort of
no,
think
she's
about
not
it?
into it at all.
Isn't she?
No.
Oh, so she had a weird upbringing as well.
She had a weird upbringing as well. No,
Yeah.
so you're the only normal one. You had Christmas and stuff when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How freaky.
How freakish.
It is around here. You're the only non-vegetarian too, so, you're a bit boring. Anyway, so...
Okay, thank you.
So how's your week been, Sam?
Pretty good, but uneventful, so I don't have too much to say, really.
Oh, that's cool.
I know you've been super busy, though.
Yeah. So I did some stuff last weekend, Sunday and Monday, which was commercials, which pays well. Well, when they get round to paying me, they pay well.
Yeah.
It freaked me out a little bit because the Sunday commercial was for a paint shop or paint, what do you call it, a chain in Canada.
Which we also have here.
Do we? I thought I'd heard the name. But
Yeah.
anyway, I've never painted anything, so I've never had to buy it. But I'm like, we do, that's a thing. We do ads for Canada and the US and New Zealand.
Yeah, it'd be super cheap labour over here, and we wouldn't have the unions are a bit slack here and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Well, because quite a few, because I was like, is this a thing? And the guy goes, yeah, I've done 3 ads for the States this week. And I'm like, okay.
Do you think there's part of the production crew that are flying in and out all the time?
No. I think it'll all be done remotely. Though they might have 1 or 2 people stationed here, like somebody from the company comes out and lives here or whatever, potentially. But it was interesting. It fascinated me. That surprised me. But yeah, that is my little bugbear at the moment. The rent's gone out this week. Did it go out this week? I'm lost track because whatever.
No, next week.
Next week. So I had to scrape together the last bit of cash I had in my drawers from selling my motorbike, put it into the bank account so it actually pays, the rent goes out. Because I've done all this work, but I haven't been paid anything.
No.
Except for I got a fuel voucher, which was really handy because that's helped me get up there and back for other jobs.
Because all the work Chris does is in Auckland, and he refuses to live there.
Oh, I'm not going to live there. I'll screw that. But yeah, I've got a friend up there and I can stay at her place for periods of time. If I have to stay there a couple of days, she's got a spare room, so that's cool.
Excellent.
But yeah, so that was cool. And then I was in The Mob this week. The Mob, making of The Mob 2 is actually what it is. It's an AMC production.
So is there a first series already been out?
There was a first season already done out. No, I haven't seen it. So this is the second season. Al Capone, the Italians, fighting with the Irish mob, and I was an Irish mobster.
Yep.
I was a henchman, bodyguard of one of the big guys, and I had 3 scenes in the one day, which is pretty good for an extra, and I was an action extra.
You had to flop around like a fish out of water.
Pretty much.
Pretending to be shot.
I did a breakdancing routine. So a van, old vintage car. It was so funny. Every time the guy had to turn his wheel, the steering wheel, because there was quite a tight turn into this dock, a guy had to run over and actually physically turn the wheels of the car as he's turning the steering wheel.
That's awesome.
No power steering on this thing. This is ancient. Anyway, so it backs in, they whip off the thing, and for us to unload these barrels into the distillery. But to our surprise, there's a couple of Italians with Tommy guns in there, and they shoot the shit out of us, basically. That's how that works.
The garage door's opening, and it's really early.
Yeah.
It's like 5 to 2.
5 past 2, yeah. Oh, no. That's my 10 to 2. That's all good. So, so I get shot to shit. And flop around, and because it's narrated and it's sort of stylized and stuff, we had to stand up and be shot for like 4 or 5 seconds, which is a ridiculously long time. And then we had to go on the ground and then keep flopping because we're still being shot.
I look forward to seeing the finished result.
It's interesting because there's no practical effects. AMC do all their special effects in post.
Yeah.
And so all the blood and all that stuff is going to be added afterwards in the States after it gets back there. So that was interesting to me.
Very good.
So that was a bit of fun for me for this week.
Cool.
I don't want to keep talking about me, although I could all day.
But it's all right, Chris. You're keeping track of your movements with their smartphone, but in 5 years' time, you might not be.
Yeah.
Ericsson's think tank called Consumer Lab has predicted that in about 5 years or so, the death of smartphones will be happening.
Yeah, these are the guys that are so good with their predictions they failed to predict there was a smartphone in the first place.
That's right. That
cracks me up.
So they managed to survey 100,000 people across Sweden and 39 other countries, and apparently there's 1.9 billion people in the world with a smartphone, so that means they covered 0.0052% of active users. So I feel confident.
Yeah, no, I don't. And I'm going to tell you, this is my opinion. So take it with a grain of salt.
Before we get into your opinion, what do you think is going to replace smartphones then?
Well, I think they're talking crap. I don't think it's going to be. But I'm going to say the way they are used is different. So they're going to be the connection to, like, all this processing is going to be done in the cloud because they went on about artificial intelligence today.
Artificial intelligence is the solution, Chris.
I don't think it replaces it. I think it's something you use with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because, maybe the processing power isn't in the phone, but it's in the cloud. And the phone's going to be what connects you to the cloud. And the phone, I also think, is going to connect you to your close-up working environment. So, you know how you screencast to your TV, or you can screencast. I don't think anyone ever does it.
Not really.
But you can cast to your screen. I think what will happen is you'll jump into your car and you'll cast to your heads-up display so you can do your Google Maps or your whatever. And you'll get to your workstation, you'll cast to your work display, but all the work will be done in the cloud with your secure connection through your mobile device. So I don't see smartphones going anywhere. And apps is a much bigger breakthrough than smartphones in itself. Smartphones made apps possible, but apps as they are, look, they've changed the way they talk about and the way you do things on your computer now.
Fair, yeah,
so
that's a good point.
apps is a big environmental change. So I think, sorry, Consumer Lab, I know you get paid gazillion times more than me, which is probably an accurate figure, probably more accurate than your survey. And
it's very scientific.
But your head's up your ass and you're wrong.
You're wrong. The Chris and Sam podcast have told you.
Yeah, I'm right. You're wrong. Just the way it is. Get over it.
Yep. What's up with Trump facts? I assume this
Have
is
you not seen this?
Donald Trump.
Oh, dude. So Donald Trump said something, and this is probably a week or so ago. He said that, I'm trying to remember and get it right. He said, okay, London has so many Muslims in it and such an Islamic community that there are parts of London that the police are scared to go into. And he did this big thing, which is just like a load of crap, just total crap. Right? So if you go, actually, Sam, if you go to our Twitter feed, because I retweeted a whole bunch of Trump facts at 2 o'clock this morning.
As you do.
Oh, my sleep patterns are so screwed up now because I'm doing day work and night work and all the rest of it. I wake up at random times. So, So these people from Britain they started this, I think there was already the Trump facts hashtag Trump facts, but they've been doing all these photos. So they've got the Queen with a scarf on and they're like, Muslim religion is so prevalent in the US that the Queen now has to wear a hijab.
Oh, I saw that one.
And there's some other really amusing picture ones. I loved the one with David Cameron and the pig, just down one. I can't read that out.
In Britain, due to... You're on air, you mean? Oh, in Britain, due to Muslim pressure groups, our Prime Minister is no longer allowed to fudge pigs.
Fact checking. Oh, and that one's good. There's urinals.
There's urinal pick of the day.
Painted little lips and what's his name there? So I at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I just added all these Trump facts things. It's but I thought it was hilarious. I love that one. The BT Chow, which is a huge I mean, that's was put up in the 60s or 70s or something.
Yeah.
And it says...
For British Telecom.
Yeah, and it says the world's tallest minaret, I should say, calls the whole nation to prayer in the UK. Hashtag Trump facts.
Yep. Talking about Trump, did you see that video of him with the eagle?
I saw a GIF of it, and I was like, oh, that looks very real.
No, it is.
And and then I saw something later that said, oh, he actually did get attacked by a bald eagle. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was trying to move. He'd try and touch something on the desk, and the bald eagle would try and go for his hand.
I've got to say, because I used to like Trump. I liked The Apprentice. I had a lot of time for Trump. One of our mutual friends, Kim, used to hassle me about that. But yeah, now I have to go, yep, you're right. The guy's a dick.
Douche.
Yeah, so anyway, that was my little thing on Trump facts. I thought that was funny.
You got a surprise package this week, which is interesting. Which is funny because we're going to hopefully start filming Chris when he does stuff in day-to-day life, and it'll just be called The Life of Chris. That's what
Sam is fascinated with me. It's quite weird, really.
No, because when you're in the moment and you're watching it, you're like, what is he on about? So I've got cramp in my leg. I'm that excited.
Hang on. Sam's suffering with cramp there. It's hilarious. Anyway,
a little package turns up and it's from China, and Chris is just like,
I know. Actually, so what happens is I'm at home and I'm going through my bag and go, oh yeah, this package arrived, because it'd been in there 2 days because I forgot to get it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I got a package from China. He goes, what is it? I'm like, I have no idea.
So
I can't remember. It's something I ordered.
So he starts fondling it instead of just opening it, and then goes, oh, there's something that clicks.
Oh, it clicks. There's a button. What the hell did I order with a button? And I totally blanked. Couldn't think of it. But
eventually, he gets around to opening it.
Yeah. It wasn't that eventually. I open it and it's a, what do you call it? A presenter pointer for PowerPoint when you're doing
with a built-in laser pointer.
Yeah, you're doing PowerPoint presentations at forward and back and blank screen. It's got a laser pointer. That costs like $5 or $6.
Looks really good.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, yeah, that's right. I remember this. This is awesome. That's why I bought it." I haven't
used it, so it may not actually work.
Plugged it in and tested it yet, but I was pretty cool. I even showed it to Carl, but yeah. So I was excited, and I just don't want to be disexcited because is that a word? Disexcited? Disexcited because I plug it in, it doesn't work. Like no, it's not a word. Anyway, so yeah. But the other thing I did was I signed up to skinny.co.nz.
About freaking time.
So yeah, Spark. Spark, I've been with Spark since I started working with them, basically, obviously, and that was good because they paid the phone bill. I didn't have to pay a phone bill for 12 years. It's like freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
actually, we've mentioned that in the past, and
yeah,
didn't you come up on their radar once for using so much data or something?
Oh yeah, yes, whatever. So anyway, this time I used a lot of data because I've been out of town a lot, and I went over my thing, and then they capped me at $100 spend over my bill, and I'm like, what? So that was for like an extra, I don't know, 500 meg, cost me $100.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, screw this. So I got on Skinny. I must admit, the guys at Skinny have been really good. I was pretty disappointed with, like, they don't warn you what's going to happen. So when you get all these messages, in your head you have this idea of how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't match that, and you sort of freak out a little bit. Like, I've paid for this thing, $26 for a combo and all this sort of stuff, and set up an account, and then I can't sign into the account, and then when I get it and turn it on and activate it, it goes, yes, you've got less than 50 cents credit, you need to put some. I'm like, what happened to $26 I just paid? But that all works itself out.
It always it's all automated. It tells you lots of things.
Yeah, it does eventually again. Once it's whatever. So anyway, it seems to be going well, and the switchover was actually quite painless.
It's pretty quick,
I still need to check with Telecom that they're not charging me for a number that I don't have with them anymore, because that wouldn't surprise me. That.
Oh, you will. You'll keep getting a bill until you die.
Yeah,
if you don't tell them.
So,
but they're horrible to get hold of at the moment. Horrible.
Yeah.
Your waiting time is 1 hour and 43 minutes. If you leave a message, we'll ring you back in about 1 hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing something online with the chat thing.
Yeah, so that might be the way I go. I can't really even use my, what do you call it, behind-the-scenes clout anymore, because I don't really have that much.
I don't know if you had that much behind-the-scenes clout when you were there.
No, I lost a lot of it. When I was a trainer, I could get anything done. When I was there, I still had access to ICMS, so I could do it myself. It was a bit dodgy to do that, but I could.
Oh, it sounds very dodgy.
Well, at least I could go in and check what was going on, then I could give detailed instructions to somebody. Because you don't believe people really know what they're doing there quite often. Anyway,
it fills me with confidence, Chris.
That's why I'm with Skinny.
Did you know that Good Morning finished this morning? Are you upset?
Good Morning.
The television show, Chris. I'm sure you watched it frequently.
Is that the TV1 one?
Yeah.
So Paul Henry's killed it.
They said in September it was ending. The last one was this morning. I happened to be somewhere this morning where someone had it on and I saw a little glimpse of it. They had all the old presenters. 19 years it had been running, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Come on, Chris.
There'll be a bunch of housewives to be upset about that.
Yeah, got nothing better to do.
I mean, who watches that really, you know?
I don't know. Maybe this is an opening for you, Chris. Maybe you should be doing it because you've written here.
Winning in the Waikato is still on the cards. It hasn't gone anywhere yet. It's something I will be looking into further in February.
But you've got here. It says, should Chris pursue a career in TV and film?
Yeah. So that. So on my travels with all these films and ads and stuff, I've been trying to find people to interview for our other podcast, the NZ Filmmakers Podcast.
Yeah. And
I was talking to Rachel Stewart, who is a TV producer from Ogilvy and Mather. And I was like, so how would I get into the production side of things? Because I'm actually much more comfortable with production rather than being in front of the camera.
Yep.
And she said, you just do this, you go here, sign up to this website, which isn't possible, by the way. It's a crap website and doesn't tell you how to sign up with it. But anyway,
who needs to know how to do that?
And pay them loads of money, apparently, but it doesn't say anything about that either. And then do a few things as a runner and then go into production assistant. She says, we need heaps of people in the industry. There's a big year coming up next year with Avatar and a couple other big movies here.
I can imagine you're all painted in blue.
Right. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, Avatar.
Avatar or Smurfs 3, I'm not sure.
Oh, did you see the Silicon Baby? The Avatar.
That was scary.
That was cool. That's so lifelike.
Yeah.
There's a video. We'll see if we can put it in the show notes for
find
this.
It for you.
And it's a silicon rubber baby of a baby avatar. And the woman, the way she handles it in there, it just looks quite real.
Well, I think it must be quite solid and it flops around like a dead child would.
Yeah, or a sleeping child. But yeah, to have one made as a child and just carry it and do that and then chuck it at somebody, that would be so good.
I know, it'd be pretty cool.
Anyway, so the
question is, should Chris be working in film and television?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's a lot of fun. I need to get paid more than I am now.
You just need to be paid full stop.
Yeah, getting actual cash would be good.
Be paid more.
I think I can handle the not having a regular income. I'm handling it way better than I thought I would.
Oh,
right
that's
now.
good.
Yeah. Wait till the rent bounces, but then I might freak out. But up until that point,
you're okay.
Happening okay at the moment.
We're actually just on the internet at the same time as we're talking. This is a crap story, but this woman, where's the name of the baby? It's so bizarre. Husky.
They've named their baby Husky. Is that a man or a female baby? It's
a man or a female baby, because it can't be, it's a manly baby. It's a manly baby, Chris.
Husky is a male name, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
Why would you call a baby a dog?
I don't know. Or after a chainsaw. So,
after a chainsaw makes sense, actually. They're rural.
It makes sense.
Well, no, they're rural people, and, they're a bit thick like that. So...
Okay. Thick people in the rural area. Apparently
am I sounding like Trump again? Trump facts. #Trump facts.
Yeah, Chris is Trump.
Anyway. So, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have got a...
What's better to work in, do you think?
I've got potential for a corporate job, which will pay really well, which I will pretty much hate.
Yeah, and you might have to fudge your way through it a little bit.
Yeah, and I won't. I'm smart enough. I can work it out. But I won't hit the ground running on that at all. It'll take me a little time. But I have got contacts that know what they're doing in that area, and so I can get there. So I can do that, and 6-figure income type thing.
But does money...
That's cool.
How much is money in the scale of things to you? Like, obviously you want to pay your bills.
Money doesn't interest me.
Yeah,
but where it does interest me is if I'm making that money, I can put a portion aside. So I need to do more like savings for retirement type stuff. But I want to put a
especially if you're so old. Yeah,
portion aside for my film. So I want to do Scam. It's a film I've written a while ago, and I'm starting to get some of the people together that I want in that team. I want to be able to spend 10 grand and make that film. So, having that sort of income, I can do that. That's realistic.
Yeah.
If I do the other stuff that I'm doing, maybe not.
But then the fun factor.
I'm learning a lot. I'm having a ball, meeting a lot of cool people, and potentially, down that passion track, as they call it.
Passion track? That sounds like something where crazy teenagers go, down the passion track.
Yeah, it's not with a G apostrophe thing at the end. It's a passion track, not a passing track.
I got confused.
Yeah. If you follow your passion, blah, blah, blah. If I go down that way, I could make decent money as well, potentially. But it's not obvious. It's not obvious as how that might happen. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'd follow your passion if it was me. Because the passion you can do day in, day out for a very long period of time and not worry. And obviously you want some money just enough to pay the bills and whatever. But the passion you can do day in, day out. And then if you're doing a job and you get paid mega bucks, but the money isn't a big influencer in your life, I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one.
I'm tempted at this point, and none of this could come to pass. If I get the option of the job, I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to try and get the big, well-paying job. And it's actually your advice that I'm.
Because I'm amazing
from before.
What did I say?
And it's like you can always quit.
You can always quit, and you will have whatever that portion of money is.
Exactly. So I may as well give it a crack.
Have they even advertised this job yet?
No, it hasn't come out.
It sounds like Secret Squirrel job. I don't think it actually exists.
I don't know. That's why I say it might never happen. But I'm getting plenty of work with this TV ads and bits and pieces. So TV ad tomorrow, maybe something on Sunday. So tomorrow's Saturday, by the way. And then I've got Tuesday, Thursday, and possibly Friday next week. Finishing up The Wonder and a couple more appearances. Appearance on the Empire. Yeah, 2 more appearances on Empire, which is also an AMC show.
Oh, look, AMC, they love you.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. One step away from The Walking Dead,
That's right. That's what you want. Zombie Chris.
Yeah. Oh, there's a great zombie photo of me, which I'm putting in my show reel. I'm making a show reel today.
It's all about Chris. He's going to make a show reel.
I know. Oh, Sam goes, we got to do our podcast, but can we not talk about you this whole time?
There's nothing else to talk about,
about just Chris. Let's just talk about Chris, because that's what you did last week. And I'm like, no, we won't talk about me. We'll talk about other stuff.
No, it's okay.
And here I go again.
Because this is the third attempt at it, because the bloody computer for some reason is having trouble recording the audio clean, and we got sick of it, so now we're all plugged into the Zoom.
Yeah, so my portable sound system is what's recording this. This is what we'd use for interviews out in the field. So hopefully this sounds good. I think it sounds good.
The bit we listened to sounded good, and hopefully I can just level it out later. It'll be great.
Yep. So anyway, that's us. How are we going for time on that?
Oh, close enough. So remember, you can check us out at the chrisandsampodcast.com. We have all the show notes there.
Yes, and we'll have we'll hunt up that video, put that in there, and also check out us on Twitter at Chris and Sam Pod, and you'll see those images in there of the hash Trump facts. That's quite funny. And we're quite active on there, so you'll see a lot of stuff. And you'll see the Chris Eyes thing. Yes.
No, that's a photo you can see. I just seen it in the feed.
I know.
I love it.
I know. He's showing me on the computer screen. And what else have we got? Oh, and Facebook. Do connect with us. Do talk to us. Tell us what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. And what do you think? Do you think the smartphone's going to die? Do you think it's Do you think I'm right? Do you think Ericsson's right? If you think I'm wrong, just don't talk to us. That's fine. I don't want to know.
Hashtag Chris is right.
No, seriously. Let us know what you think, because, I don't trust these think tanks and these guys. I
think they just like saying things for the hell of it.
They get paid to say shit.
Yeah,
so they can't not say anything. They have to say something.
Yeah.
So they just say something, It's,
See, I think 5 years is too close. If you're going to say something, I'd be like, 10 years, 15 years out.
No, I don't know. 5 years is pretty long. Horizon styles now with technology. I think 5 years. It used to be 10 years, but now 5 years. Things are changing quite a bit in 5 years.
Yeah, but this is... Their statement was no smartphones. That's to go from normal phones to smartphones and then back to nothing and having artificial intelligence. For most people,
that's still
because they're still
is bugging me.
But they'll still need
what
a
is
device.
The artificial intelligence? What is it? Just hovering over your shoulder? Is that a fairy on your left and a devil on your right? I mean, what the hell is that?
You'll have some sort of device.
Exactly. And what's the device going to be? Most likely, it'll be a smartphone, because that's what everybody's got.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to leave you.
Sorry. #nrant.
Yeah. Ranty Chris. Next time we might try and bring you a Kickstarter or Dropkick. I forgot to do that this week.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been good.
We'll do that.
So until next time, I'm Sam.
Yeah, and I'm Chris. And drive safe before we come to Christmas, because I know you're on Christmas parties and going out for those things. Make sure you get a sober driver home.
Yes. Oh, and if you do go to a Christmas party and it's a $50 set menu, make sure the place actually gives you enough food, because I ended up with 3 scallops, a little bit of pork belly, some bacon-wrapped chicken, and a little tiny dessert, and then I had McDonald's after that.
He gets home with McDonald's. I'm like, I thought you went out for dinner. He goes, I did. They didn't feed me enough. I'm starving.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So I'm not going to shout out the name. Just don't eat there.
Okay. All right. See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.